Hi, I'm Shawn Casemore. Welcome back to the second in a series around empowered leadership. Today I want to talk to you about prescriptive versus adaptive leaders. A truly empowered leader is someone who's adaptive. And I want to give you some contrast, some differences between the two, and ask yourself, which of the two do you practice most oftenly, prescriptive or adaptive? We'll talk about the results at the end of this brief video. So first off, prescriptive leaders provide answers. When employees bring questions, they provide answers. You should do this, you should look at that, have you considered this? Adaptive leader asks for ideas, ask for input. And if that isn't available, they encourage employees to go outside the group, outside the team, and get answers from external sources, bringing them back to the team to discuss. A prescriptive leader gives direction, whereas an adaptive leader suggests new approaches, new ideas. These new approaches often come from the employees themselves, from new ideas and concepts external to the department, sometimes even to new employees who have entered the department and have a different perspective on how work can be done. Are you asking yourself whether you're prescriptive or adaptive? Make sure you keep track. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Next, prescriptive leaders, ultimately, are those that are inflexible. An employee brings me an idea, a question, a new approach, and if I'm a prescriptive leader, I say, well, you know, this is the way we've always done it. Or we've tried that before, it just doesn't work that well, and we don't have time for failure. This job is too critical for failure. And now an adaptive leader looks at this a little bit differently. They assess situations for risk and decide when they can allow employees to fail. They're also open to considering all perspectives, regardless of how off the wall or out of the box the ideas may be. So an adaptive leader is someone who's less prescriptive in their approach and more asking of what employees think, and then being open and adaptable to trying things, even if you may have tried them before. Next, think about the prescriptive leader's role relative to getting things done. A prescriptive leader is one that's going to focus on tasks, on actions, who's doing what time is it going to be done by. Now an adaptive leader focuses on results. What is our objective here? What does the end state look like? And then they engage employees in addressing how might we get there most quickly and effectively as a team. So again, bringing the employees into the discussion around what are we trying to achieve here, rather than focusing on pushing each one of their legs up every single step. Last but not least, when I think about an adaptive leader versus prescriptive, I want to suggest to you that the prescriptive leader is someone who spends more time in their office, in meetings, on the telephone, than being out with their team. You know, the one thing I have to say that's a positive about a work environment where there are cubicles is that the leaders get out and end up adapting and responding and interacting with employees frequently. That's something that an adaptive leader focuses on, maintaining ongoing dialogue and communications face-to-face with their employees. So what I want to ask you is this. Think of those questions, and if you have to, rewind, reverse this video, watch it again, and do you find you're more prescriptive in your leadership approach or more adaptable? Adaptable leaders are better positioned to have empowered employees. They're better positioned to deal with multiple generations within the workforce. They're better positioned for a more strategic view of where the company's heading and how they and their team can contribute to that vision. So I ask of you, are you ready to be a more adaptable leader? And if you are, it's time to come and have a seat in the empowered leader's chair. The chair is waiting for you. The time is now. Make your decision. And make sure you stay tuned for another episode of The Empowered Leader. I'm Shawn Casemore. Thanks for watching.